are over in the My Arcade booth, and we have some great things to show you that they've been working on here in these smaller scale arcade machines. So why don't we get right into it and play around with some awesome looking machines. You see this done in a lot of forms before, and this is the Street Fighter II Championship Edition arcade machine. And you can see it's got a light up marquee, it's got a light up coin doors, it's got all the buttons and the moves. But what I really love about this is, in addition to the machine, that we've seen other versions where you could plug in another controller. Well, this one takes it a step further. As you can see on the back of the box, you could connect it to a whole nother machine, and you guys could play head to head, and you don't have to look off the same screen, which is quite awesome to be able to play somebody else on this smaller scale arcade game with all the buttons and full functionality, and not have to share this tiny space when you're playing in this quarter scale, or smaller than quarter scale actually. So that's pretty cool to be able to do that. And of course, next to it, you got a mixture of My Arcade products. So you have these handhelds that are just for one person as well, and we'll have an assortment of games. You have this great Mega Man arcade coming out that's going to have 6 games on it. And then you can get this in a variety of sizes. You see 3 different sizes here, and then the handhelds as well. So different price points for what you're looking for. Of course, if you everything from a collector's version, which will show you some of those, down to these smaller versions, and they have all that great sound. They're battery operated. You can control the volume on the back. Coming to Costco soon will be this Atari system, which is going to have the 2600, the 5200, the 7800, and the Atari Arcade, and an assortment of games. Over 200 games here that you're going to be able to check out. Coming over to the table now, you can see some of their systems here. And we have everything from the premium lines, like this Pac-Man over here, celebrating the anniversary, with the other versions as well. And then they have some new things they're showing off here. So they have a Galaga game that they took their standard line Galaga and they added a flight yoke to it. So you have this little flight stick that you could use to control it. It just kind of feels like a natural extension of the Galaga game. So a great way to play, and hopefully will translate onto other games as well. Just to look at some previous releases, if you're not familiar with My Arcade, they have their pocket players where you can get games like Contra. You can get the Data East series where they have a whole assortment, including Bad Dudes, Burger Time, Caveman Ninja. And then they have all sorts of sports games. And now they'll be offering something new. They're going to have Tetris games in arcade form. So you can get Tetris machines, you can get Tetris players, everything Tetris, if you're a Tetris fan. This I really wanted to show you. This is their collector's edition Space Invaders. And what I really love about it is, if you can see here, it's using that mirror effect to beam the game in over the graphic display here, like the classic Space Invaders did. It even features the black and white characters there with just some color overlays. Very cool to have that mirror effect. You can see the screen there mirroring out. Some modern versions are just on an LED screen like this. This is using that full mirror effect, and this is that collector's edition version. It even has the old Japanese yen there on the button, and then the light up coin doors, the light up marquee. Just really, really great. gotta appreciate this. Only at the $80 price point. This comes with the option of using batteries or plugging it into a USB-C and plugging it in if you wanted to keep it running full time. But like I said, here's your standard version, deluxe version, and then collector's edition. And collector's edition are featuring some higher features on them with a slightly higher price point. Still not crazy, still under $100. So a great way to grab this. And like I said, there's a variety of titles here. So if you're into Bubble Bobble, if you're into Miss Pac-Man, you can grab Miss Pac-Man. If you're into Space Invaders, which is a classic, or Galaga, something for everybody here from My Arcade. And you could get these at retail stores, so you can pick them up at Target, you get them at Best Buy, they're online as well. So a lot of places that you could grab this. And one of the great things about them is the size. I mean, with a full-size arcade, you're only going to be able to fit, depending on how large your storage space is, but you could fit about a dozen of these on a shelf or a desk, and it's not going to take up a ton of space. It still becomes a great display piece. It has that great art on the side, the cabinet art, and it preserves sort of the look of the original cabinet as well. And they don't take up a ton of room. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that little mini look at My Arcade. Hopefully we'll be planning on bringing you a closer look and some reviews on their products in the future. But like I said, you could get a lot of these out now, and some will be coming out soon. So feel free to check out either Target, Best Buy or fan channel sites for the availability of these, and go play with them the next time you see them at the store, because they're quite awesome. I mean, it's the full arcade game. It's got the sound. Some of the games like Street Fighter have stereo, so very cool. Time is put into these, so make sure to check them out if you're not aware of My Arcade. So that's all for this time. Check out myarcadegaming.com for more information on My Arcade, and like, subscribe, and follow us for more coverage of Toy Fair, and we'll see you at the next booth.